Well, Mr. Gassert, it's been such a long time. I forgot even how to work this StreamYard.
I'm
How you doing, buddy?
doing great.
Good. Hey,
Yeah.
today is a new day for many reasons.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Uh,
today is a relaunch of our live stream, but we just want to introduce ourselves, share a little bit about who we are, what we're doing, why we're doing it, what our platform is going to look like, and so that's what we're doing today. So share a little bit about some of our branding ideas and get some feedback for those that are out there watching on the live or the stream recording. We appreciate any feedback that you give us. It's going to be valuable for us making our decision of our branding image. I thank Mark for using a little bit of AI to create that.
An old dog learning new tricks. That's a
That's right.
scary
You're gonna have to
thought.
teach me. You're gonna have to teach
Yeah.
me. So
Well, I kept listening. I'll just interject something, Tom. There's this post going around that if you're over 40 and you're just using AI for, like a glorified Google search, yeah, I thought it was funny. And every time you go on Facebook or even LinkedIn or whatever, wherever the case may be that you're using your platforms, you'll see this advertisement pop up. So I get what it's talking about. I think everybody today, Tom, is using AI in some capacity, whether it's making phone calls, creating content. We could go through the whole gamut, which I'm not going to do.
that's probably one topic in itself that we can
Right.
talk about in the future.
Some people are anti, some people are in the middle, and then there's some people that are fanatical about it, and that's cool. You know, it's going to replace every human being out there that has a job, and I've heard it from different ends of the spectrum. You and I are a little bit older. Uh, I guess the nice word is we're senior. We've seen a few things come down the pike. I don't have all the answers, but this is something new, which I think is cool. And it's always good to use and implement a tool. But once again, I will say this: it's not a crutch. And sooner or later, you're going to have to talk to people. Yeah, as much as some of you that are maybe younger than us that don't care to, you're going to have to actually engage. It could be in a classroom setting. It could be on a field of play, whether it's a sporting event. But sooner or later, you're going to have to engage with people. And
Yeah,
and the last time I checked, nobody can start a fire via AI. If that happens, please call me and let me know. I'd love to see it. Or even playing a baseball game. I'm sure you can create it. And hey, Dan, back by popular demand. Thank you, sir. We got a comment from
hey
Maestro.
Dan, how you doing, bud?
Yes.
Welcome. Appreciate you joining in, tag and share this out. Uh, Tonight's is sort of our introduction of our new live streaming platform for those that are out there listening tonight.
Right.
Um, so, what I like to do, Mark, to get this thing going here,
Sure.
what's our history? How long have we known each other? When did we start streaming, and what did we
Oh,
get out of it up to this point?
well, back in the day when everybody was COVID infested, that's kind of how we hooked up. And it was through a mutual friend, which a lot of us know this gentleman. He's always out there every day, Ken Walls, and his Grow Live Academy. I would tell anybody, go check it out. Ken has a lot of good content just to hear him speak. And that's for you, Ken. And if you want to learn how to do this, which we are not the best of the best, we're not the worst of the worst, but we've used this tool on platforms. It's good. And people use other platforms that are out there. There's newer things coming out left and right, but this is what we're using here. And that's how we met. And I would have to say, what is it now? Is it 4 years? Is that where we're at?
Probably closer to 5, my friend.
Probably closer to 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how you and I hooked up. And then one thing led to the next. Jay Jensen. Oh,
Hey, how
right.
you doing? Man
Beautiful.
says, back by popular demand. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and we could get Jay to talk about AI. Man, I'm afraid, man, he may come out with some new content on that. Eric
Eric,
Bam,
Eric, bam. How you doing, buddy?
I saw
Thanks
an
for
interesting post by you, Eric, by someone that we know about. They were getting political, and I won't get into that right now. But I thought it was cool how you handled it. Uh, you know, if you don't mind, we are going to talk about all those things you shouldn't talk about on this show. We're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about politics. We're going to talk about First Amendment. Man, where does it go? Where does it end? We're going to talk about, when we say politics, political parties, differences, um, and what makes this country unique in itself. We the people. Knock, knock. Yeah, I got you. I got you, buddy. And talk about like what's going on in our public schools today. Some people, had a protesting frenzy going on in the public schools. With what's going on in our country. Then that word ICE. Everybody hates the word. Oh, I said the word. But yeah, we're going to talk about all this stuff because you know what? I'm tired of hiding in the bushes. I think it's time we all come out and talk about these things. It's not a bad thing, but those are some of the things we're going to talk about. I know Tom's got other topics that he'll probably want to bring up, and we will have guests. But we're going to be talking about a lot of Constitution. There's another thing.
Yeah.
Some people don't like our Constitution. They want to amend everything. Um, I deleted Ron. Oh, he really did. See, I wasn't sure if you did. You can show that if you want his last comment. And
Well, Mark, tell everybody a little bit about you, your background, where you're from,
sure,
your professional background,
sure,
a little bit about your why, what's your mission and purpose of this program,
absolutely.
and then I'll jump in when you're done. Okay.
Okay, I'll make it real quick, short, and sweet. Obviously, my name's Mark Gassard, and everybody knows it. I'm not going to give you my phone number, or I'll probably get inundated with phone calls. But I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and so it goes. Instagram, X, which is former Twitter, and all that fun stuff. But the reason I got involved with this, everybody has a message. It was to help me since I am in sales. I work for an organization, and we do a lot of training with people, and we do it this way. We do it face to face. But my why for getting involved in all this, I'll just jump right in there, Tom, is I think it's important that people get to know me other than a picture of me, and just to put things out there like what I'm really about. I also umpire. That's a scary thought in itself. So I get to see all sorts of crazy things that happen on a ball field, and I work with some really cool guys. I think umpires are cool. Some people hate them. We won't get into that, but one of the things that I looked at, and Tom reached out to me about we used to do a thing called Elevate Your Profits, which was good. We get people on here and we talk to them about their cause, their purpose, their mission, what they're trying to do out there. And now we're going to take it and kick it up another notch. And, yeah, it may get a little, I don't want to say controversial, but you may not agree with what we're saying or sharing. And if that's the case, that's cool. All we ask is that you be respectful. And there's a way to do that and go about it. But I'm looking forward to this new twist. I know, Tom, I shared you some logos of what we're we're thinking about calling ourselves. We put that out there. Should it be G-Force, GMEN? And I guess this is going to be our new superpower, our new super strength, this new mission that we're going to put out there. But that's it.
Yeah, Mark had created these two branding, I don't know what you call them, pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And we just like some feedback. Which one you like best? This one, G-Force. That'd be number one. Just put in the comments, number one, what you like about it, any comments. And this one here is the second one he created, again with AI.
Scary what you can do with that thing.
GMEN. And the G is for Gin and Gassert.
And
gratitude.
I love that Dan says gee whiz, so that's cool.
Sure, gee whiz would be good. Gee whiz, what are we talking about?
Yeah, man.
I love Dan's humor.
Yes.
Glad to have you here, Dan. Thanks a lot, bud. Yeah, so what part of the country you live in, Mark?
I live in a little community here in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. It's right next to Norcross, Georgia, and I'll still say it's the peachiest place on the planet. They're going crazy. They're building like you wouldn't believe, everybody. So I guess the secret's out, man. People want to move here. And Robert Brooker, all right. Man, there's a blast from the past.
How you doing, guy?
Hey, Robert.
Thanks for jumping on.
Now I am safe. Oh, Canada. Yes, yes, yes. And I have fun memories. As you know, Robert, I've told you this numerous times. Algonquin State Park, the Gassert household every summer would go there, my friend, and we would camp. That's how we would get to see various things. We didn't stay in hotels. We didn't go to Disney. So, it was a station wagon and a tent, and yeah, it was wild stuff. A Coleman gas pump. What do you call those things? The little heaters, where you could cook your food on it and all that fun stuff. If we got adventuresome, we'd even do it on the open flame. But yeah.
All right. So Peachtree Corners, Georgia.
It's like 25 miles outside of Atlanta, everybody.
Okay.
If you want to know.
Jay just made a comment here. Hey.
Is that true, Jay? Are you really? That's cool.
You may want to consider Wisconsin. Well, anything else you want to say about yourself? Of course, you're married. You got children, adult children.
Yes, I am married. I have two young men, and they're in their 20s. So, guess I did a decent job. They're pretty productive citizens. They're not a drain, and even have a granddaughter right now.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, so that's kind of cool. Just turned 1. So that's it for me. And, I'm just a guy out there like everybody else, just trying to make a living, doing my thing. And, that's it.
All right. Well, a little bit about myself. I'm the senior guy here. So give me a little bit of respect. Born in California in 1950. My background there when I started working out of college went into law enforcement originally. Recognized that wasn't my calling. I did that for about a year and a half as a reservist, and said, not for me. My temperament did not agree with being a police officer. I either overreacted or underreacted, and it would have been dangerous no matter what would have happened. But so I elected not to. Went to work in the grocery industry. Got involved in labor. I was a business shop steward. was going to become a business agent. I was on the contract negotiation team for the grocery industry in California, which the reason I didn't stay with being a union representative, I saw the corruption. I call it collaborative corruption. And I didn't want to have anything to do with that. So I didn't pursue that career path. I could have retired a long time ago with a pretty good pension.
Right.
It's all about the money with the Teamsters, how much money goes into their pension fund. Not so
Right.
much for the people, but for themselves. You'll probably have a hitman come and get me. It's out of Detroit now. But anyway, being a Teamster. So it's collaborative corruption. I said, that's not the path I want to go. I want to help people. So I went into business for myself. I became a general agent in the insurance and investment industry, mortgage industry, built an organization, started out with Art Williams. Today it is now Primerica. Matter of fact, we have some people that I know out there in this audience that are Teodora Moga is a financial representative for that organization. So I love helping people. And so I did that for 19 years. Built an agency, had 40 reps at any given time. I moved up the ranks to vice president, senior vice president in the organization. Basically, most of your agencies like that are like network marketing. They give you the formation, you go out and build your team, you recruit them, train them, develop them, and you get the benefits of that. So it's like a franchise network marketing structure for most financial services companies. People don't realize that, but that's pretty much what it is. So I was able to have 19 years of success in that. I learned a lot about money, what money is, what it is not, how to make money with the tools that are out there in the investment industry. Matter of fact, today my wife and I just got off a conference call with our investment advisor and just tightening up a few things. But it was the knowledge that I gained and my wife's discipline to implement the programs. My knowledge, her discipline has set us up pretty well financially. I won't get into what we've got, but it's we're in the top 2% of the American people. I'll just put it that way in net worth. So and anybody can do it. And I hadn't made a lot of money up until the latter part of my career. When I say a lot of money, excess of $200,000 a year. Okay, that didn't happen until the latter part of my career with A.L. Williams. So, and it's all about leveraging, and that's one of the things I would like to, some things we'll be talking about in this platform is, of course, we'll be talking some things about the political, our Constitution, talk about finances. We can't make investment advice, but we can talk about principles and concepts, that type of thing. When we started Elevate Your Profits, it was about business, why to be in business for yourself, different options. We had, I'm a big proponent of network marketing and affiliate marketing. Those are great platforms if you get the right product that you believe in to promote. The systems are in place like a franchise. You just plug yourself in and promote. It's all about marketing. So I'm a big promoter in that. And when I left financial services, I was wondering why were some people winning then, made 2 to 3 times more than me, didn't have a pot to pee in, I would say. And what I came to find out, I was introduced to Bob Proctor, Think and Grow Rich. He built his coaching off of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. But I became a personal development coach through Bob Proctor. And I started to understand why I was failing in some areas of my life and why some people are failing financially. It's all about the subconscious thinking that we've been programmed with. So I went into that for a while, started helping people understand their thinking. to better their lives in any area. It would be finances or whatever. So I'm a certified personal development coach through Bob Proctor. I'm also a financial coach through Dave Ramsey, understanding how to stay out of debt and how that robs your wealth building strategies. So I did financial coaching for a number of years. I still do some from time to time, just giving people advice. But I do have a coaching platform for that. It's called 180-Degree Financial Coaching. Talks about it's behavior before numbers is how I like to put it, Mark. Hopefully what we do here is we'll bring some ideas that maybe cause you to rethink what you're thinking, because not all the time our thinking is right. Mine's not right all the time. Either is Mark's.
Nope.
But we never know why we think the way we do sometimes, and maybe take some time to investigate, whether it be issues around politics, whether it be issues around the Constitution, whether it be issues around finances. Start asking the questions, why do I think the way I think? And about X, Y, or Z. Once we start asking that questions, we have a path for change if a change is necessary. So that's really important. We're going to have guests on that are going to reinforce some of these principles that we want to introduce you to. For example, next Monday evening at this time, last year we had the Bott brothers on too. I'm involved in the American Legion here in our community, and we sponsor youth in the community. So we sponsored the American Legion's constitutional oratories. These kids, they study the Constitution. They're high school kids. They pick a topic and they create a 10-minute speech, and they deliver that speech, and then they have an impromptu question about the Constitution they have to respond to. Last year, the two brothers, the Bott brothers, we had them on. Rex Sykes helped coach him as well. I've been coaching him as well on the speaking side. They went to the Nationals last year. They didn't win a national rankings, but they made it to the Nationals here locally. Two brilliant, talented young men. This year, Stephen, his brother, is graduated from high school, so he can't compete in this oratorical competition. But Stephen Bott will be on next Monday, same time. He's going to give his oratorical speech. He's going to be talking about liberty, how that was defined and what it means under our Constitution. And he's going to give that speech. He's going to state in 3 more weeks. He's competing for a state championship, and if he qualifies in the top 3 there, he goes to the Nationals. Very talented young man, very smart. I tell you what, I would hire them as an attorney today if I needed representation. They're that what do you call it? Knowledgeable. Yeah, they're not just giving opinions; they're teaching. It'd be a teaching session what their speech is. So we appreciate the more they practice it, the more they give it to different audiences, the more refined they become, more confident they become when they go to the Nationals. So join us. You'll learn something. I guarantee it. You'll meet a fine young man, smart, gracious, kind young man. So that's next week. And we're going to have other guests on as well. So you don't have to just listen to me and Mark. We'll find a topic. We'll bring somebody in that may have a different insight or a different perspective on it. We'll invite them in. And if anybody's out there now that wants to be a guest, contact Mark. His email's scrolling across the bottom there. markgassard@gmail.com. Or you can contact me. We'd love to have you as a guest. There's my email. tjgin41950@gmail.com.
Right.
I'd be glad to answer any questions, see what you have to offer, and to bring you on as a guest. If you have a political interest, finance, religious issues you want to talk about, business, personal development, you name the title, we'd be glad to have you on. So if you want to come on board, we'd love to have you as a guest. So that's how you get a hold of us. And that's pretty much it. I love doing this. Hopefully we can plant a seed that cause you to ask that question. Why do I think the way I think?
Yeah.
Because once we answer that question, it opens the door to new horizons, new, what do you call it, transformation opportunities, whatever the case may be. So why?
Right.
Why am I broke? Why do I think that way about money? Why do I think that way about business? Why? Those are all behavioral questions. Once we understand our behavior, we can change. We change our actions. Our actions will start changing results. And if you have negative thinking, you're going to get negative results. If you have positive thinking, you're going to have positive results. It's a matter of the universal laws of thinking and putting your thoughts into action. So that's it, Mark.
That's pretty easy. Yeah, the one thing I forgot to mention as I was rambling there, I've been in the trade show industry for, good Lord, 20 plus years, and hospitality industry. One of the things, since Tom was talking about AI and what we're thinking about doing there, I just kind of triggered something in my brain that, once again, yeah, there it is, the force with the source. It was interesting. I'm seeing posts about how trade shows are dead. Um, so we work with different organizations right now. They're doing a lot of trade shows. They're out there marketing their services, whether they're in you name the industry, technology, medical. We could go through the whole gamut, but people are out there day in and day out. There's a show for someone. I just spoke to somebody earlier today, and they actually said, yeah, we just finished up on another show. So I thought that was interesting. So there's two schools of thought, and we're going to get into all that stuff too, what Tom was talking about. And I'm not afraid to listen to all the gurus. And speaking of which, Dan, I do enjoy walking with the guru. I enjoy that when you do that. That's kind of cool. But anyway, there's always something that you're challenged on, and these, like what Tom was saying, I'm looking forward to having fun with it, and not getting persnickety or getting assy about anything, but just presenting the case and putting it out there, and then people can take it for what it's worth and say, hey, this is what I believe, just like Tom was saying, your beliefs. And I'm sure that we'll all come to a common place where we're like, hey, I never looked at it that way, because I learned something new from everybody out there. I really do. By no means do I know everything. I learn even from my sons. They teach me things. So it's kind of cool.
One thing I wanted to bring up today is just a simple topic. It's real simple to understand. It's about winning with money. Is what's your belief system? First of all, you have to, what is your real belief system at a subconscious level about prosperity and wealth accumulation? You'll find that most people have a negative thought about that, and that's the outcome they get. So you need to start looking at how'd you learn that? Where'd you learn that thinking about money? And I'm going to share one simple formula with you that if you just apply the concept and execute it, you'll become financially independent. And it works this way. First of all, I believe in what Dave Ramsey talks about debt. Just understand, if you have debt, credit cards, unsecured debt, you're not using that debt to create an asset, but a liability, you're going to go broke. If you're paying 21, 24% interest on a credit card with balance carryover, you're spending 24% of next year's money. You'll never get ahead. That's the banks are getting rich, the credit card companies are getting rich. So I like to share with you what Warren Buffett said. If you want to win financially, get out of debt, stay out of debt, save money, and that's basically it. Here's the formula: 50, 30, 20. 50% of your income, your net income, goes to living expenses. 30% goes to your wants. That's the fun stuff: buying a new car, a boat, a ski, what do they call ski machine or whatever? I don't know what they call that stuff. But vacations, the want stuff. 30% of your income could go to that. And then 20% goes to your retirement, your long-term strategy. If you just allocate every dollar to that formula, you'll become financially independent quicker than you realize. Staying out of debt. Don't spend tomorrow's money today. You're going to spend way too much. So that is a real basic formula. I've got some other formulas that breaks it down even further through Dave Ramsey of a zero-based budget. Every dollar you make goes to work someplace for you. And but if you follow the 50, 30, 20 rule, you'll become financially independent, as Warren Buffett would say, within your working career. I met with my financial advisor today, and he shared the real numbers out there. 80% of the American people don't have enough money to retire on. 80%. Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to take care of your Dan's out there. How are you going to handle your long-term care needs, health care needs? You got to start planning that today, not tomorrow. No procrastination. Sit down, identify your priorities, and then start allocate your income into 50, 30, 20. Living expenses, that's your house, your rent, your car payments, your gas, your food, your insurances, all the necessities that you need. And then your wants are the fun stuff. I'm going on vacation. I want to buy a new car. Pocket money to spend, golfing, your entertainment, whatever you do. And then 20% for strictly to long-term investment strategy. And I encourage you to get an investment advisor. You can get involved with some companies that doesn't take you tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. You can start opening investment accounts as little as $50, $75 a month. But you want a fiduciary investment advisor. That's a standard where they have to work by law legally, help you make decisions to your best interest, not to theirs and their commissions. So I'd encourage you, if you have any questions about a fiduciary, I'd be glad to answer that for you. How to identify one, and so that you have a chance that they're working for you, not for themselves. They get paid for what they're doing, but it's not like a commissioned sales rep in insurance or investment industry. They're not selling you a product to make a commission. They're setting you up with strategies that help you win. So a fiduciary is so critical. Anything else, Mark?
No, I think that's it. And you can tell you talk to your investment person. Tom's on roll. Now, this is one of Tom's passions. So you think your banker's your friend? He charges you 5 to 9% to use his money, and he pays you 2% when he uses yours. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish it was 5 to 9%.
Anyway, Jay, always good hearing from you. As a matter of fact, good hearing from Robert, my main man, Eric Bam Bam, the pizza man. So now I know the truth, and I'm not going to belabor it, but I did enjoy your post. So, and he did delete too. Amazing.
If you can make a comment, do you prefer this? I'm going to get rid of that banner there. Comment.
Man. That's pretty cool.
Got to get rid of this one here.
Looking good.
Okay. This is one of the G-Force or GMEN.
Some people said 2. Dan said 2. Others maybe didn't vote, and that's okay.
Yeah, you can make that comment here and or in the comment section of the live stream. And that's basically it tonight, Mark, right? Just sort of getting reestablished. And
yes, we are done. We're back. We didn't go anywhere. We just took a break. Always good to kind of, recalibrate and get ready to crank it up.
Yeah.
And yes, we will have guests. And depending on what we're talking about, I'm sure we'll have different people viewing out
Talk
there.
about health. That was one of the reasons I sort of backed away for a little bit on everything. Is I had knee replacement surgery last April, and ass kicker, let me tell you. But I'm glad I did it. No more chronic pain in the knee, and I could walk. Now I got to think about what I'm going to do with my other leg. I'm looking at some other alternatives there too.
And there you go, folks. So don't get old. That's the kicker. I'm sure that
we're all going to get old at some point.
Yeah. Well, my dad's famous saying was, "Whatever you do, don't get old." When he was like 95. That's a hard thing to prevent.
Your dad was 95?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you probably got some pretty good genes there as well.
Yeah,
right?
yes. I don't know. That's kind of scary. I don't.
Well, it goes back to your financial planning. So if you don't let money be the thing that kills you, or lack of it, the lack of it. So Robert says he's down 65 pounds from last June.
Oh, cool.
Congratulations. That's a big deal. I feel so much lighter just because of that. Life beats the alternative. There we go.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do.
Congratulations, Robert. That's a big deal.
That is good, Robert. Rocking and rolling. Keep those folks in Canada straight. I do actually call up that way, Robert, just so you know. So it's kind of fun when I deal with people. I actually was told, I'll share this real quick, that we can't do business. And it wasn't because of what we offered. It's because of, philosophical differences of, who's running the country now and tariffs. And I thought that was interesting. That's the first that was definitely a different objection for me. So how do you answer that? So we had a good time talking about it, though. At this point, I might tell a joke about a tire, but I'm afraid it will fall flat. Oh man, look at that. He's back. Yeah, there he goes. Robert's back.
All right. Hey, I got a joke for you, Mark.
Sure.
What do you see in the middle of March and April that you don't see in May?
In the middle of March and April that you don't see in May.
Anybody got an answer out there?
I don't know. I mean, is there a hint or April? I don't know. Or
write them out. The answer will glare right at you. Dan's got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
What do you see in March and April you don't see in May?
Okay.
There we go. Dan got it. He's a jokester.
Yeah.
That sort of leads to, I learned these jokes. I do some volunteer work for a nonprofit here in our community called Silver Streak. It's a service that takes senior citizens to their doctor's appointments, and because they're not mobile, they can't drive a car, whatever the case may be, and other handicapped people, mentally challenged, autism kids, and that's going to work, going to school, take them there. So got a guy I pick up. I call him the jokester. He's always got a joke. That's where I learned that quick joke. So it's about one of the few jokes I could remember.
Cool.
So want to have fun? Anything else, Mark?
Yeah, well, you know what? On that joke, I'm just going to say I started a procrastinator support group. Problem is, Tom, we haven't started yet or haven't met yet.
Okay. They'll get to it.
There's that word, procrastination. I know how much you like it, but could you imagine having a procrastination group out there and saying, "Hi, my name's Steve. I'm a procrastinator. The goals that I'm working on now haven't touched them at all. Haven't started yet. You can go around the whole room and have a rally. It's a different thought.
Yeah.
But don't do that, guys. I'm just kidding. But that's it, Tom. I'm done. And
Okay.
You got things.
Well, I look forward to our future meetings. We'll post and we'll make an announcement who's coming on, what we're going to be talking about. Tag and share people. We never know who's coming on, how they may impact somebody's life. I don't have all the answers.
Right.
But I'm sure open to listen and find out, why do I think the way I think? Maybe a different perspective, a new way of thinking will change something in my life. And that's what we're about. Right, Mark?
Absolutely.
Not so much that our thoughts are so invaluable, but the people we bring in and we trust, like Dan Altmeyer and writing his book, and how do we take care of planning for our future medical costs and stuff. Dan does a great job on that. We'll have to get Dan back on. You want to come back on, Dan? Is he out there?
Yeah, we got a copy of your book, so we can promote it for you and hold it up, and it's a good book. Oh, he's out there. He responded. I got a new job at the bicycle factory. Yeah, you see what he says? I am the spokesman. Yeah, and Dan said sure.
Okay, we'd love to have you on, my friend.
All right.
Yeah, so either email Mark.
Yeah, please do, or DM me. Most of you guys know how to get a hold of me.
Or email me, and we'll figure out a date, topic, and promote you, help you the way we can with your message, your book, your business, wherever the case may be. But love to have you back on, Dan. Well, Mark, let's wrap her up. I don't have
We don't have exit music or anything, do we?
I don't have an exit video. I've got one someplace in my arsenal, but I didn't upload it here today. But
seeing how Tom's running the hub. Oh, yeah.
There we go. We are done.
All right, guys. Catch you next week.
Okay.
Be good.
Talk to you soon.